Pregame.com.
It's the new year, and guess what happens? Conference play starts in college basketball. We got a big one coming up already in the Big Ten. Michigan, a very, very good team, visits Northwestern. Michigan, a 10.5-point favorite at Northwestern. I'm going to go with Northwestern plus the 10.5. Chuck Edel, I'm going to go to you first. I know you're a Chicago guy, so you should know these Big Ten teams. But I'm looking at the numbers. First of all, I don't want to take anything away from Michigan. Very, very good team. But I think Northwestern, they don't turn the ball over. They have a very good assist to turnover ratio. They can score underneath. Again, I understand Michigan's a better team. This looks like a little bit of a high number to me. I think Northwestern can hang in there with them, especially at home, Chuck.
You know, this is one of the, VR talks about this at football. Michigan comes in this game. I think they're ranked number 2 in the country. So public perception is on Michigan. Yeah, they've been playing good, but now now a conference game. We were just talking about how things change in conference play. Northwestern always plays tough. Even some of their bad teams always play tough there at home. They could shoot, they could rebound, they don't turn the ball over a lot. I agree with you. I think 10.5 points are an awful lot of points. Michigan has Iowa coming up here in a couple days. I think when you told me the line here, I thought that was way too high.
Yeah, you were very surprised,
yeah.
And I know you're right on top of all this. VR.
Well, I think one of the most key factors you have to look at in college basketball is the tempo and which team's going to be able to dictate tempo.
Right.
The fact that this game's being played in Northwestern, I think gives them a big advantage because this is one of the slowest paced teams in all of college basketball. And with the ability to slow it down, now granted, Michigan doesn't run the court either, but they do like to play a little bit faster than Northwestern does. Yes. I don't think they're going to be able to dictate tempo. Because of that, I think getting over 10 points is just way too many here, especially with Northwestern having the size. They could get the ball inside and being home, you tend to get the calls even against the number 2 team in the nation. Mm-hmm. So if you can give me the size advantage, playing at home means I could get fouls, and a team that could dictate the tempo, catching 10 points, I like them. I like Northwestern.
Chuck.
I'm going to compare Michigan. Now, Michigan's better than Baylor, but both teams very athletic. Northwestern actually beat Baylor 74-70. Now, Michigan's a better team than Baylor, but Baylor athletic, very athletic, just like Michigan is, and Northwestern was able to keep up with them and then finish them off. They played a different type of team, but they played Butler tough. They end up losing the game, but not by double.
Butler's a heck of a team.
Yes,
I know they're ranked 18th. I think handicappers have them a little higher than that.
Yeah, exactly.
But VR, I want to pick up on what you said. I agree with that. As I was doing my handicap, I just looked like I think they pound the ball inside.
Exactly.
They try to keep a moderate pace. I'm not saying slowing it down. They're going to keep a moderate pace. They know Michigan's a better team.
But they know they're more athletic, and they don't want to run with the court.
They don't want to run with them. I think catching 10 points, you got a team. They're not the greatest foul shooting team, but they're not bad either. They shoot the threes pretty good, not great. But they protect the ball. I think they pound the ball inside. I think getting 10.5, I think you get pretty good value.
I love the stat, the assist to turnover ratio.
That's so key.
That's a good stat.
That's so key. The only question with both these teams is, so far, strength of schedule has been weak for both clubs. So I don't really know what we have in Michigan. I know they're ranked high, but I think that's more based on the talent than what they've actually achieved. They really haven't beaten much.
They're well coached. They got talent.
They're pretty good.
But boy, that's a lot of points to lay at a tough place to play.
On the road in the Big Ten.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Okay, we've talked about it. Let's go ahead. We're going to make it official. I'm going to take the Northwestern Wildcats plus 10.5 at home in their conference opener against Michigan. I know Michigan's a better team. Michigan's in the Final Four this year. I don't think anybody will be surprised. But are they worth 10.5 over Northwestern at home? I don't think so. I think Northwestern slows it down. I think they pound the ball inside. I think they can score inside. All the other things, I understand Michigan's a better team, but 10.5 at home, this is my best bet of the week. I like Northwestern plus the 10.5. All right, let's stay tuned. Coming up next, we're going to hear from me once again. We're going to talk about Stanford and Southern Cal and another conference matchup, this one on the West Coast. Remember, you can see all our videos at pregame.tv.